Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Adam here, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking about Apple Silicon and how it is going to redefine computing. Okay, well, maybe not to that extent, but in this video we're going to talk about Apple Silicon, what Apple plans to do with this, and what this means for the future of the Mac. Now, before we get started, YouTube tells me that an insane 75% of you are not subscribed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button while you're down there as well, and let's get started. So let's cover some quick background information. The Mac has gone through a bunch of different processors and programs over the years, starting up from PowerPC to Mac OS X to Intel, now on to the next phase, which is Apple Silicon. So Mac has had quite the journey over the past 40 or so years. Let's see how it's going to change though. Let's start out with the processor. So what is Apple Silicon? Apple Silicon is Apple's own custom ARM chip that will be powering the future of the Mac. Apple is known for making their own chips, and they are known for doing it very well. Apple makes all of their chips in-house, from iPhone to iPad to even Apple Watch. And now, they're making chips for the Mac. So what does this mean? Well, two things. Let's start with performance. Apple's chips are insanely fast, and they always get better each year. You can observe this from the many online speed tests each year when an iPhone comes out. They're extremely well optimized because Apple makes their own chips and they make their own software. Now, how will this translate into the Mac? Well, we don't have a definitive answer, but we can make an educated guess, and that will be insanely well. Earlier this year at WWDC, they showed a chart that shows performance to efficiency ratio, and that their Mac ARM chips are high performance while also being high efficiency. And given Apple's track record, this can be extremely promising for the entire future lineup of the Macs. Also, that means since they're Apple's own custom chips, they know how to cool them well. And they don't need much cooling. Even though they do get hot under a heavy workload, they might not need as much cooling as, let's say, an Intel chip. However, we don't know yet. Apple is notoriously known for thermal throttling their Intel processors. But will that happen with Apple's ARM chips? Well, we don't know yet. We will have to wait to find out. Now to the ecosystem. Apple is not only very particular, but very strict and very enclosed when it comes to the Apple ecosystem. And this will help further that process a bit more, closing the walls. iPhone and iPad apps will be able to work on the Mac coming this fall, but Mac apps won't be able to work on iPads and iPhones. This will add a sense of unity through the entire Apple line because everything will be available on the Mac, and incentivizing a person if they need a computer to get a Mac, since everything will work with everything. A few of you may be wondering, well, how will this happen? Well, there's going to be a great transition. You can't just change the inside of a computer overnight. I mean, you can, but it's much more difficult than that. Apple plans to do this over a 2-year transition period to release ARM-based Macs throughout these 2 years. And we expect to see an ARM-based Mac by the end of this year as well, most likely at the event that has the iPhone 12. Overall, this means that Apple is going to make their own Mac chips. And if it's going to be anything like the iPhone or iPad chips, it is going to be insane and possibly actually making the Pro lineup actually Pro worthy. Apple has experience and they have been making these chips for almost a decade, so I have no doubt that we could see some true powerhouse machines. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that this will actually help redefine the Mac and be able to do great things never anticipated before? Or do you think that Windows will still always remain supreme when it comes to some creativity aspect? Do you think the Mac will actually have a chance now? Well, I definitely think so. However, given on the fact that we don't know much information, everything's still up in question. But come October, all our questions will be answered when we finally see the first ARM-based Mac. Other than that, that's all we know for now. Not really much, but it's Apple, they're very secretive. We might find out some more information before the event with some leaks and stuff, but other than that, we'll figure out in October. That's all for this one. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you really enjoyed it, then make sure to subscribe, that way you never miss out on another video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.